Charlie and Shelley searched far and wide for possible approaches to take in this fight against an aggressive cancer. No one suspected that injuries sustained in Vietnam might actually have something to do with the disease.
Charlie is a remarkable person. I don't know if he told you, he was a pilot in Vietnam. He was shot 8 times in 1 year. He was telling me the story. They would give him 2 days to heal before the next mission. Sometimes his arm was so injured, they would tie the arm so it doesn't move from the pain. And as part of being shut down, he got hurt with bullets, which have a high lead content. But the first thing when I heard his story was lead.
He was the first person who looked at me and looked at what was going on with me and immediately gave me a wide range of tests, that some of which I'd never been given. He found that my lead content in my body was 9 times normal.
It was the highest lead I've ever seen in my life.
Which surprised us and actually surprised Dr. Elias. But we were in good hands because Dr. Elias is one of the leading doctors, I would say, in the nation for ridding the body of toxins from heavy metals.
We know lead can contribute to cancers and also affect the quality of the bone marrow and the bones. And that's a good explanation why his cancer spreads so quickly.
And that's very significant in my prostate cancer because in trying to deal with it with diet, I can't process selenium correctly, I can't process vitamin D correctly. There's any number of things that are handicapped in your own healing system.
If we did not address the toxic lead levels, he would not respond to the hormonal therapy.
Dr. Elias developed his own method of removing heavy metals from the human body. It was based on studies from the Chernobyl disaster. He gave Charlie an organic ligand, which is a molecule that binds to metals. The ligands behave like small metal-collecting magnets as they pass through the GI tract. He used other treatments as well.
The pectosol chelation complex is a combination of 2 ingredients. One is pectosol modified citrus pectin, and the other is called alginate, which is low molecular weight alginates. Pectin is a long molecule of sugar that is present at the peel of the citrus fruit. When it's modified very specifically to a shorter size, it gets absorbed into the bloodstream and it binds to heavy metals. But one of the problems is that when you excrete heavy metals, they get reabsorbed in the gut and then you get them back into the body. So the second component that I integrated is the alginates, which come from seaweed. And this molecule binds very well to heavy metals, and therefore I'm stopping this vicious loop. And we showed it just, for example, in Charlie's case, the chelating agents were just for the bloodstream, but when we used calcium EDTA to show how much lead is left in the tissue, it was already dramatically lower.
Within just a few months, a hair sample showed that Charlie's lead content had dropped almost to 0.
He recommended that I begin the first of the conventional treatments, that is, take Casodex, which is a treatment, a hormonal blocker for the amounts of testosterone that are produced in your adrenal system.
When Charlie came to see me, he already seen other doctors, he was a Kaiser patient, and they all offered for him Lupron and Casodex as combined hormonal therapy, and he refused to do it. He was resistant to do it.
He explained to me why he felt now it was important, and that was because his feeling that we have to get the PSA zeroed out so that we can then begin to effectively attempt to rid your body of cancer and build your immune system.
And it was the right thing for him. He would have been in real trouble without it. He wouldn't be alive without it. But if he did just combine hormonal therapy, he would also be in real trouble. So while we found other components and created a very holistic program for him, we allowed it to integrate in a good way.
My PSA at that point was 102. In 3 weeks, it dropped to 38 on the Casodex alone. And so I went back to Dr. Elias, very happy. And he said, this is good, but he says it's not fast enough. We have to get it down. He says, I want you to take a Lupron shot.
What it just does is you have no testosterone, you have no sex drive, nothing works in that area because you have no testosterone.
In a very short period of time, my PSA had dropped into the 6 range.
Dr. Elias put Charlie on an IV filled with vitamins. It's been well documented that high doses of vitamin C can actually kill cancer.
Because of what we have done, we were able to get him to respond very well to combined hormonal therapy, where now his PSA is under the 0.04 level.
My PSA is down to where Kaiser does not normally give you a PSA test. You have to go to ultrasensitive. They call it 0.0, and my treatment's successful as far as they're concerned. Isaac would like to see it 0.00, and that's where we're working. Dr. Elias really made me profoundly feel that I'm on the road. And we have decided we won't chase numbers. We focused outward. We're focusing on our life and the quality of life, and that's what we're doing.
The right treatment wasn't the only thing that Charlie Rice needed to beat cancer. He also needed support. Cancer is one journey that no one should make alone.
Probably the mainstay in this whole experience with cancer has been my wife, Shelley. We've been married for 14 years now, and she's been with this problem from the beginning. She has been my researcher. She has been a driving force in seeking alternative methods.
It was a definite lifestyle change for us, but I feel even though macrobiotics didn't cure Charlie, it led us on the path to where we are. It all happens for a reason.
It's like this tremendous opportunity has opened up before me.
He's a trooper. He's always positive. I'm very fortunate to have such a great guy that's totally positive. I can't say that he really has down days, and luckily we kind of just go together because I usually don't have down days either. We're just focused and we just live our lives.
I love life. I like people. I very much respect people. I enjoy getting to know people as individuals, and there's value in everyone. I feel that being alive and being on this earth is a good place to be. When you get done, you should slide in battered, beat up, and sit there and say, it was a hell of a ride.
Charlie Rice rumbled through life in search of wild rides. There wasn't a situation he couldn't handle. But for a time, it looked like cancer might have gotten the best of him. His doctor certainly thought so. But a scrapper like Charlie, along with his devoted wife, Shelley, wasn't going down without a fight. A fight they're now winning. For more about Charlie's courageous battle, visit our website. Join us next time for another remarkable story of discovery and personal triumph. I'm Don Wildman for The Incurables.